So following the last episode, lots of ideologies have now been adopted. As you can see, Brazil and Korea were the most recent ones to go over to freedom, Germany to order. So lots is going on in the world, and it's sort of shaken up at least my view on who is doing well in this game. So we're going to go over the info addicts. I know there's people requesting that I go over them more, so that's what we're going to do. And straight away into the population category. Egypt, 25 million people. That's 6 million more than the Iroquois. Who are a million ahead of the Zulu in third, Huns are fourth, and Great Britain in fifth, both 17 million. Then it drops to below 15 million with everyone else. Just want to point out New Zealand, 12 million in 2 cities. That is incredible from New Zealand. Down here, quick note of who is gone from this game. We have lost Greece, America, Carthage, the Ottomans, Congo, and Ethiopia. So 6 civs. See, I am Venice, so just ignore that. Crop yield. We've got the Iroquois at the top, 479. Zulu just behind. Obviously this is just I guess how much land they have, really. Still a long way, almost 90 ahead, and then the Zulu over 100 ahead of Egypt. Then 30 behind Egypt is the Huns. Then the Soviet Union, who are doing a lot better than maybe we thought they were. Manufactured good productions, 783 million tons from the Iroquois. Like, wow. That is 260 more than second place Zulu, who are 200 ahead of the Egyptians in third. They are about 30 again, or 40 ahead of the Huns in fourth. And then you have Germany surprisingly doing better than the Shoshone in fifth. So that's quite interesting. And there's the Shoshone, Poland, Spain, Britain, Soviet Union, lots of other civs. Low production, Arabia at 9. Even the Sioux are doing better than Arabia, just to let you know how bad Arabia are doing. Obviously they've stuck in the desert. GMP, just some gold. Again, Zulu and Iroquois doing most gold. Obviously they're big, got more resources to sell, I guess. Land, Iroquois massive, 3.4 million square kilometers. They are practically almost all of the eastern half of North America. Obviously western North America is more split between the Shoshone and the Aztecs, also towards the south. And the Shoshone here are fourth actually with 2 million square kilometers. Egypt ahead of Shoshone though, 2.6 million. The Zulu again 2.7 million. The Huns are in fifth, and Great Britain surprisingly in sixth. Korea there. Germany, I can't believe Germany isn't bigger than Great Britain. I don't know how. Like on the map, it looks very different. But here's the big one: military manpower. So let's just go over some of the small nations. Arabia, Japan just come out of still in a war with Korea. I don't think too much more will come from it. Mongolia down here, 50,000. Assyria, India. Inca down here, but then it starts to pick up quite towards the bigger nations. Obviously, Incans are in a big war with Argentina, who are also down there. Number one, as expected, Iroquois, 300 and almost 50,000 soldiers now for them. The Zulu just behind, 318,000. The Huns, 250,000 in the middle. Egypt in fourth, 226,000. Spain, another surprise there in fifth, 198,000, so 200,000 practically. Germany in sixth, Poland seventh, so those two big nations bordering each other, both very large armies. Germany's a little bit bigger though. Vietnam is also down here, Brazil, Great Britain, Soviet Union, Korea, Shoshone down here as well. Other big ones, social standing, policies wise, Great Britain has got the most social policies at 23, California doing well there, 22, then there's the Iroquois, Poland and Brazil all on 20. Happiness wise, not too important who is happy. Unhappiness for the Soviet Union, which I presume is either a serious lack of resources because they have quite a large population, so no luxuries, or ideology, because they've got that ideology, the same one as the Zulu, I believe. And the Zulu aren't doing too well either, but the Zulu are massive. You can understand them having low happiness. Technologies. So who's behind? The Sioux, yeah, we expected them to be there. Persia, again, and Rome, all the one city civs and just some of the weaker civs. Mongolia, Arabia, California. The Shoshone, that is why the Iroquois are the strongest civ, probably in the definitely in the Americas, probably in the world. They could take the Shoshone out with ease. The Shoshone are the 30th highest tech. I think the Iroquois will be up the top. Chile are down here, France, Inca, New Zealand. But onwards, look at this, like already civs here. Just New Zealand is 2 civs. Like the Shoshone is massive. New Zealand has 2 cities, and the Shoshone are still 2 techs behind New Zealand. But anyway, up to the big civs. Korea 50. Obviously, Korea are very good at discovering technologies, picking up that science. Argentina and Brazil from South America, both on 48 alongside Great Britain. Very impressive. Iroquois, as I said, 5th. Nearly 9 techs ahead of the Shoshone. They could probably steamroll the Shoshone if they wanted to. Vietnam, Zulu, Siam, all also on 47. So you got Iroquois and Zulu, the 2 big civs in terms of size, and Vietnam and Siam, who are working pretty well together in the southeast of Asia. Egypt are here as well at 46. Indonesia doing surprisingly well. Spain, Poland, the Huns, the Soviet Union, the sort of central European ones. Germany a little bit behind, which may be worrying for them. Big ones, obviously cities. Who's on 1 city? Only the Sioux and Rome. 2 cities though, Arabia, Persia, Japan have now joined them, and New Zealand. Big city numbers, Iroquois 28 cities. That's almost double the Zulu at 16. Egypt on 12 with the Huns in 3rd and 4th, and the Shoshone have 11. Germany just there with 9. Germany actually quite a few more than Poland. Just saying to bear in mind, Poland only have 4, and we've been saying Poland are strong, and they are, but just maybe later on in the game that'll catch up with them. Culture-wise, the Iroquois putting out a massive amount, then Britain, then Egypt, Korea, and the Zulu. Nothing else too important. We will quickly go over the religions as well while we are at it and see what's going on. Religion overview. So the Aztecs have Catholicism in 17 cities, so that's okay. I mean, in the New World, that is mainly throughout South America, I believe, but I'll check in a minute. The only other religion in the New World is Judaism, and the Iroquois have it in 33 cities. They're the dominant Civ, you'd expect that. Arabia and Islam is gone, as is Protestantism, the Sioux religion. Persia have their religion of Zoroastrianism in 2 cities. Obviously, they got destroyed from the Middle East, and now they're banished to sort of Siberia, so that's expected. Japan have 7 with Shinto, because it's the only one that's in sort of the far east of Asia. But the massive one, Ethiopia, Eastern Orthodox, 109 cities. And Catholicism spreading into Latin America and across the sort of Mexican region, and what's this, the Yucatan Peninsula into Cuba. And I guess it's sort of towards the south of Central America, northern Mexico is following it mostly. South America still pretty unreligious, other than the northern 2 Argentinian cities and this Incan city. Egypt, though, Brazil, sorry, now having Eastern Orthodox, the massive African religion, spread over to it. And also a big thing to note from that was there was no religions in Europe, which has allowed the Eastern Orthodox Ethiopian religion to spread all throughout Europe here. Poland, Germany, France, Rome, Spain as well, they're following it. The Soviet Union are following it, the Huns following it, and I assume the Zulu are as well. Yep, the Zulu completely following Eastern Orthodox. Huns pieced out with India, and so did Siam. And nothing has come from that war. That was a bad time to peace out for the Siamese. I was going to say that really weird, for the Siamese, because China is now attacking the Indians. Of course, at the end of last video they declared that war. Inca and Argentina have just peaced out as well. Other big wars I just noticed as we went over. Fez sort of been destroyed by cannons. This Lancer's low health, but I don't know if it'll be able to get the job done, or will they have to wait a little bit longer, the Egyptians, to grab this nice city, which is going to give them access to the whole of the Shoshone almost. Okay, Shoshone, the Songhai. The Shoshone, though, are now in a war with India. That is not too big. I guess that's just because they're friends with China. Although, actually, the Shoshone have... and they're kind of close. The Shoshone do have cities now in the northern Pacific. So they on the northern Pacific coast. They could attack, obviously, Chinese Hawaii. Oh, did the Zulu settle? Oh, where's the Zulu? Oh, the Zulu settler is not settling here. They're going somewhere else. Okay, whatever. Whatever, and Victoria into the modern era. Okay, Britain. I mean, they've got great war infantry as well, so... mate, I think France has got so many units. That's the thing. Like, Britain's probably advanced tech-wise, but it just doesn't have the units. I mean, Britain could do the job. But then Spain are here as well, who could probably then just pick Britain off. So it's all too tense in Europe for a war to happen. Okay, so... and there we go, Syria into the industrial era. So as you can see, they're a bit behind Britain. Just a bit. Anyway, oh, wait, is this a oh, that's an Australian city. I was confused to why it was that colour on the map. Australia's been interesting. They've not done as well as I would have hoped. I mean, a lot of their cities are puppets. That's the thing you got to bear in mind. That's their unique ability. Is that what they're called? I think it is. Seems really weird. Anyway, China's doing well, sending out settlers at the moment. Hawaii. The Huns and the Aztecs have peaced out. Again, not too important. However, the Aztecs have already lost 2 cities here in the east. They are holding on strong in sort of west here, and they're strong north. Being in California jumping in trying to do something. I don't think they have enough units just yet, but they could. And I think the Shoshone could definitely make progress now they've got so much land in the east to attack from. But like I said, the Iroquois 9 techs ahead of the Shoshone. They could very quickly just sweep through and take control of all of North America. And they've got 2 more settlers. I have no idea where these settlers are going, because there isn't much more land. I mean, they could probably, no, you can't even squeeze into Iberia anymore. You could settle here if they got here before the land was swallowed. Maybe here. I have no idea where else they go. There's no real free land in Africa. So it's kind of interesting to see where they'll go. I mean, could you imagine they settled right here and it drawed us into an Incan Zulu war? That'd be awesome. Especially once like planes and battleships and just advanced navies come around. There's the Chilean special unit there. Unique unit. One of Argentina need to build some units here. They just have great generals and a great artist just sitting here. And they have some boats, but other than that, they're pretty undefended. Which is kind of weird. They split Chile almost completely in half though. So, you know, Chile have struggled all game. Obviously, this is very difficult. They have to go through the sea every time. And then here they've got to go round again to this city. And again round to their city on the Falkland Islands. But I mean, Argentina, they settled here. They got lucky defending it. And now they're doing very well because of these cities. I have no idea where the Incans could be going. New ideology. Who's it going to be? Great Britain has gone with order. Ooh. Okay, so lots of people declaring war on India. The Soviet Union. That's quite a big one. I mean, they don't border each other, but it's just a sign, sort of intent. And I think we could see the Huns with all these units here. Wait, are the Huns already in a war with India? I think they just declared one. I thought they just... Oh no, they just peaced out with India, surely. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just peaced out. But Britain went with order, so that's interesting. So Britain is going to be joining forces with Poland, Germany, the Iroquois and co. on the order path at the moment. Yeah, they're the ones who went order. Then Zulu and Soviet Union went autocracy. Korea and Brazil freedom. Yeah. Okay. Persia still have a great profit out there. They're trying, and boom, Egypt. That's what they needed, Egypt, to keep in the game. I mean, the Zulu, they still have a lot of impies. That's the only thing. Like, if they upgraded those impies, they would have much more units, probably than the Iroquois themselves. Okay, Soviet Union and Germany peaced out. I didn't even know they were at war. And the Zulu and Germany peaced out. Again, didn't know they were at war. So, whatever. Okay, but now Egypt have a huge front with the Songhai, as well as obviously they've got their big one with the Zulu to worry about. Other than that, Egypt are in trouble because Poland is obviously a worry. Obviously, a lot of unit caravels though, so it's not the end of the world. But Germany as well. If Poland and Germany both attacked Egypt, I could see Egypt falling again, and then the Huns could join in. Then Assyria might try to grab some stuff back, and then obviously the Zulu could probably just walk through and take the rest of it over. It'd be interesting if Egypt did attack the Songhai and then took the Songhai's capital, because the Zulu have been trying so hard for so long to grab it and they've failed every time. I'm not sure quite how. Maybe this lake's getting in the way, but it would be really interesting to see what the relationship's like between those two. I think they were at war once and they lost these cities. I think the Egyptian, they lost this city and that was it. But since then they've gone back. They've done what they needed to do in the north, and now they're looking very, very strong. So, who knows what they're going to do. Aztecs, once again, the Shoshone going for this city here. They've been trying so hard, and it's just not been working for them. If the Aztecs get out of this, I think they need to just swallow up California while they have the chance and try, because the Aztecs, if they can get out of the war for long, if they can hold off the Shoshone, especially if they take over California, I mean, the Iroquois is a different story, but with the Shoshone being even further behind the Aztecs in technology, there's definitely a chance for the Aztecs to do something. Korea and Japan. Oh, Korea are going to grab another Japanese city. I thought we'd seen the end of this war for anything actually going to happen, but Kyoto is also under attack here. I don't know where from. I assume the unit's been destroyed. That's interesting. How is Indian-Chinese war? See the Indians surrounded by Chinese cities in the north. China have got that. China's still using their double attack archers. I mean, they should have upgraded those to Gatling guns or whatever, the best tech they can. And it's just the AI likes to stick with its unique units. You see here the Siam. They're doing well as a Civ, but they've just got too many of these elephants still sitting around. And there we go. Korea now taking control of Osaka. By the way, if Korea's got great war infantry, we should soon, if they have oil resources, soon be able to see whether they have. We'll soon start to see them develop an air force, I would presume. But okay, Osaka's now been grabbed. Japan down to one city, and I could see it falling soon, which will give Korea a lot of strength in the Pacific Ocean, which will probably worry the Chinese, who are out here at the moment. Is that Zulu Stetler still just drifting around? Oh, Indonesia did actually send this fleet to attack someone. They're attacking the Assyrians in Mumbai. That's interesting. Well, good luck, Indonesia. With that, I don't think it'll go too well. Persia on 2 cities. Yeah, they got one up here, and they're down to what was their second city, I feel. It was very aggressive settling from them. Over here. I'm surprised the Huns haven't taken them out, really. The Huns could do it. They could probably attack Vietnam. Soviets not doing too much as of right now. They're just sort of hoping the Huns' borders don't continue to fill this gap here. Where did those Iroquois settlers go? There was 2. Oh, there is 3 in the Atlantic. 2 in the Caribbean, 1 just north. That is incredible. I have no idea where they're sending them. There's not that much space left at all in the world. There's a bit of just here. There was a German settler actually in Egyptian territory. I don't know where that's going again. Could be going anywhere really. I have no idea. This is a huge Zulu army. It'd be so cool with Zulu with a few cannons, mainly melee units. It'd be so cool to see them just sort of fight off against a load of Egyptian cannons, obviously up here at the moment, but that'd be so cool to see. Syria still doing fairly well. I mean, on 3 cities. Obviously, they had a point where they were looking good. They controlled all this land, but then boom, in came the Huns, in came the Egyptians, and they were gone. Can't believe only 6 civs have been fully eliminated. I can't believe that, really. I mean, I think Germany will start to soon overtake Poland, just because they have more cities, more population, that's more production, more science. The Polish cities are generally bigger. I'd assume Germany as a total is a lot bigger. This is getting really interesting. New Zealand still have this spare settler. They're not using it, but they're 29 population. They're doing just fine. I think that's the same as the Argentina's just behind that. The only city which is above that, Thebes here, Egyptian capital, 34. It's incredible. Rome have been very quiet. I mean, they lost Antium and to Spain, and they've not really done anything since then. I think the Spanish have a hold in Africa as well, so quite an interesting sort of to see what they do as Morocco start to fall. Obviously, we saw they had such a large military. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. Shoshone about to grab this land north of Korea, increasing the tensions between them maybe. But that's going to be it for this video. If you have enjoyed, as always, be sure to leave a like, maybe subscribe, and of course leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.